Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all had a great day. So in this video, I want to talk about the few adjustments I did on my Sand Devil team, and the results are pretty amazing. Before we start, make sure to hit the subscribe and like button, and now let's get back to the video. So this is the team I currently use: Sifi, Godseeker, GNUT, GEOMANCER, and Kymar. So let's run it real quick, just to show you what I'm talking about. So the cycle is pretty much the same. I just changed the speeds a little bit on the champions, and that allowed me actually to do Sand Devil in 12 turns. Now, as you can see, GNUT uses his max HP hit 3 times. And why is he able to do that? Well, yesterday in my live stream, I was re-gearing my GNUT, and I decided to make him faster for Kymar, right? I went from 241 speed, I think, to 284. Now I'll sacrifice a lot of crit damage, but I think it's worth it because he will cycle his max HP hits, back more often. And when I had this speed and I looked at the speed and I was wondering if he could do, like if I could run Sand Devil like this. So the Sand Devil sits at 270 speed. That means if you're faster than that and you're using Geomancer as well, and you get the turn meter boost from Kymar and Sifi, you can technically just, outlap the Sand Devil. That's basically how this all happened. I didn't plan on doing this. It just kind of happened. So, yeah, so this is my GNUT. I have him in lethal and perception. This merciless ring is just there because it's a triple, basically a quad defense roll on the ring, but not necessary. So this is what I'm using on him. 284 speed, 5,800 defense, 223 crit damage. Pretty low, honestly, but it works. The max HP hits still cap, so perfectly fine. Accuracy 371. That's basically just the accuracy for Fire Knight that I need. You don't need it for Sand Devil. But yeah, those are the stats for GNUT. Now there's one problem with his Masteries, because I have Giant Slayer on him, and the Giant Slayer procs, they count towards this sleep counter. So this can mess the run up if all of the max HP hits. It's a triple hit, right? If it procs 3 times. If all of the hits proc Giant Slayer, he will wake up early. You won't be able to do another max HP hit. So I would probably suggest to not use Giant Slayer. Now I'm using Giant Slayer for like different content as well, so I'm gonna leave it. But if it happens, if it procs, the turn count goes up to 25, which is not too bad. I did like 30 runs, and the average turn count was actually at 13 turns. Let's take a look real quick. So this is the team, right? I can show you the stats on this screenshot actually. Let me move that up a little bit. So this is a screenshot from RSL Helper, and as you can see, I did 30 runs, 100% win rate, and the average turn count was at 13, which is pretty solid, honestly. I think like 2 or 3 times when I rewatched it, it happened that the Giant Slayer procced 3 times. Or another thing that can happen is that the HP burn gets resisted, or the decreased turn meter gets resisted. So these are kind of like 3 things that can happen that could potentially mess the run up. But then it will just be a, 25 or maybe even a little bit less turns. So it's not too bad, right? But overall, an average turn count of 13. I'm wondering what it would be if I run like, I don't know, 50 or 100 runs. But Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. As you can see, the stats for God Seeker are totally different than from what I used in my first team. I remember she was at 240 something speed. Now I took the speed all the way down to 180 and pumped her HP and defense up because I don't want her to get too many turns because she would wake the Sand Devil up and get more hits on him, right? We already talked about GNUT's stats. Oh yeah, so Aniri's Masteries and gear is just what you would use in a duo team, right? Now for Siphi, the Masteries don't really matter. All that matters is that she's fast. Now you could probably go lower with the speed, but that's just basically my protection set that I have for Siphi because I use her in Chimera as well. So you should aim for something like this. I think 350 speed should be fine as well. So you can also use another sleeper, right? So I have a video out for like different sleepers you can use. But if you have Siphi, she's the best in slot because her sleep can't be resisted. And she's the only champion that can guarantee 100% to sleep the Sand Devil. Then Geomancer, I had to get Geomancer's speed up a little bit. So he goes before GNUT. Now this actually says he's at 284. So actually he's sitting at 285. So all that matters on Geomancer is the speed. He needs to be at least one speed faster than GNUT, and of course over 270 to go before the Sand Devil. The other thing that you need to pay attention to is the accuracy, because you need at least 495 accuracy to place debuffs on the Sand Devil, and then you only have like a 96% chance. Ideally, you want to go up with the accuracy like 60, 70 more to get to that, 97% chance to place debuffs. But, is it really worth it to invest all these resources to get to those accuracy stats? I don't know. You can decide for yourself. For me personally, 495 accuracy is fine. 96% chance to land debuffs is totally fine for me. I have a reflex set on him, but it doesn't really matter. You don't need this. All you need to do is hit the speed and hit the accuracy. His masteries also don't matter that much. Now my Kymar sits at 242 speed, so he's slower than the Sand Devil. I don't know if you can get his speed up or not, but that works. Like the way the speed he has now works perfectly fine, right? All he has to do basically is just reset. Everything else doesn't matter. So you can, give him like something around this speed range, like 240. So for this team, I think Siphi is really mandatory because she boosts the whole team with her A2 and gives another 10% turn meter. Same as Kymar. Kymar gives a 20% turn meter boost as well. If you don't have Siphi or Kymar, and you're using another sleeper or another reset like Renegade or Yumiko, for example, you basically have to compensate these turn meter fields, which is 20% from Kymar and 10% from Siphi, with more speed to cycle back the max HP hit. So that's one thing you need to consider. But I want to show you another thing. So now we went over the gear and the stats you need. Another thing I tried, because I was wondering if you could use Renegade in this team, I actually tried to do it. So let's see what happens. So basically, you would put the Sand Devil to sleep. Everything would be exactly the same, right? You get the HP burn down. The max HP hit. Now it doesn't matter what you do with Geomancer here. You would reset. You would boost. hit the Sand Devil with whatever, God Seeker, it doesn't matter. And now it doesn't really matter what happens. You basically just need to get GNUT back with his max HP hit. And now the Sand Devil will nuke everybody. Godseeker will take a turn. GNUT will take a turn. And that's it. So if I get Renegade in here, the turn count goes up to 20. That's like quite a few turns difference, right? Between 12 and 20. So Kymar is definitely better. Now I'm wondering if you could manage to get the turn count down somehow. But the problem is that the max HP hit from GNUT is on a 4-turn cooldown, and the Renegade reset only resets 2 turns. So that's kind of like the issue here that I was facing. Now I'm wondering if you could, I don't know, do it somehow. I haven't figured it out yet, but I think 20 turns is not bad as well. Let me show you the cases where it actually fails, because there's like 2 things like I already mentioned. So like I said, the average turn count was at 13. Here we go. Here's one fail. So here's what happened. Sifi sleeps, Geomancer goes, and the HP burn got resisted. The decreased turn meter landed, the weaken landed, but the HP burn got resisted. And that basically screwed the run over, and it was no 12 turn count because we didn't get no reflect damage from Geomancer because he wasn't able to place the HP burn. And this is the amount of damage that's missing. Like, it's not a lot, but that's what Geomancer does. And then it will go up to what, like 20 turns, I think it was? Even more. So that's one thing that can fail in this team. If Geomancer gets his HP burn resisted. I don't know what happens if his decreased turn meter gets resisted, but probably the same thing. This is another one. So Geomancer lands everything, and now look at the turn, the sleep counter, and look what happens. The sleep counter went down from 8 to 2, and that's because every hit of GNUT procced Giant Slayer, and now Geomancer will hit him, and Aniri will hit him, and he wakes up, and GNUT is not able to use his second max HP hit, which got reset from Kymar. So that's another thing that can fail. That's why I don't advise you to put Giant Slayer on GNUT. If you don't need it anywhere else, don't use it. Use something else like Helm Smasher, or go for more crit damage, or maybe War Master. If it procs one time, it doesn't really matter. But don't use Giant Slayer, because as you can see, it can screw this run over. And then it goes from a 12 turn fight to a 25 turn fight. So yeah, these are the 2 things that happened to me in those 30 runs that are like, I don't know, 3% chances, and I don't know how high the chance is to proc Giant Slayer 3 times, but like these are the 2 things that happened to me in those 30 turns where it took longer than 12 turns. But other than that, it was pretty much a 12 turn run. Now let's run it one more time just to see what happens. If everything goes fine, like the HP burn and the decreased turn meter, there's no way this messes up, unless, of course, GNUT procs Giant Slayer 3 times, and, you know, other than that, it's a 12 turn count. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. All I had to do basically is get GNUT faster, make him faster than the Sand Devil, so he can use his max HP hit 2 times before the Sand Devil nukes the whole team. And then, with the reflect damage from Geomancer and the reset revive from Godseeker and Eerie, GNUT uses his max HP hit the third time, and that's basically it. So yeah, just to make sure, I have no Sand Devil area bonuses at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I was averaging like 105 points for each run. And that means this will cost me 2000 energy to get to this Immortal Soulstone. So yeah. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope this will help you. Maybe you can come up with something else with Geomancer. Maybe get it done faster with Renegade. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. Let me know in the comments below what your teams are. What's your go-to sleep champion? And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.